Good morning students, welcome back to the class 12 subject accounts. As we have completed our revision part for the accounting of share capital, we have seen the different concepts related to accounting share capital. We have completed our solutions, question answers, whatever the required needs thing are being shared to you. It is important for a practice. You need to do practice at regular interval, and it has to be in a proper manner. Please make sure that the presentation is very important for any solution. The presentation is important. Presentation is important. I am repeating continuously because I have seen the persons who are having an ability to solve the equations, questions, accounting solutions. They can do best, but the presentations doesn't impact the examiners and they lose the marks. Presentation in accounting is very important, so please concentrate on presentation. You are in 12th standard, be sure related to the particular presentations for particular chapters. So let's begin with today's chapter. Chapter is accounting ratio. It is in the part 2 of T.S. Agarwal and chapter number 4. It is considered in unit 4 for a chapter. Now, in accounting ratio, we will study what is ratio, types of accounting ratio, and different kind of important ratios which are being calculated for solving problems. So let's begin with the concept. First is ratio. Ratio analysis. What is ratio analysis? Ratio analysis is a study of relationship amongst various financial factors in a business. Different factors are being there in business. This business are being studied or it has been checked by interrelationship by the way of ratio analysis. In analysis, it is very much clearly understanding that how the organization is performed, where it is standing, and how they can grow. It is being seen by the ratio analysis. So we will discuss this analysis one by one by types of accounting ratio. As advantages and disadvantages have also been there, but I do believe it can be studied by yourself. So I'll provide the particular concept with you in later videos so that you can study merits and demerits for yourself. If any problem occurs related to merits and demerits, I'll share to you in that particular video with that merits and demerits if required. Then we are going with the types of accounting ratio. It is a very important concept because this chapter has a certain value for your exam perspective. You can score marks if you understand this concept very well. Be careful with the term. If you understand these concepts very well and the formulas are being used properly, you can score marks very easily. Here we have types of accounting ratio. We are having 4 accounting ratios. In all 4, we have different types of ratios. One by one we can see. First point is liquidity ratio. In liquidity ratio, it is having an ability of, it shows the ability of enterprise to meet short-term finance obligation. लिक्विड रेशियो एक ऐसा रेशियो है जिसके अंदर हम लोग शॉर्ट टर्म फाइनेंस ऑब्लिगेशन को एक्सप्रेस कर सकते हैं या उसको चेक कर सकते हैं. तो लिक्विड रेशियो के अंदर 2 कैटेगरीज हैं जिसको हम डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे वन बाय वन, और उस डिटेल कॉन्सेप्ट को हम सॉल्व भी करेंगे. सबका परसेंटेज है, सबका फॉर्मूलाज है, सबके टेक्निक्स है, वो सब कुछ स्टडी करना है वन बाय वन. सो लेट्स बिगिन. That liquidity ratio has 2 categories. One is current ratio and another is quick or liquid or acid test ratio. Name should be understand very well. Current ratio is very easy because you need only and only current assets and current liability, and working capital is added in that particular part. So working capital, how it does work, we will share accordingly. Then we will go into video and we will check how this working capital is impacting that current assets and current liability. Then quick liquid or acid test ratio is also one tool which are coming under the title liquidity ratio. अब liquidity ratio होता क्या है ये आपको अंदाजा है. Liquidity means quickly it has to be solved, or it can be short term solvency. It can be solved or it can be sailed out quickly. This kind of liquid ratios are being used. Next point is solvency ratio. Solvency ratio is having the ability to meet the ability of an enterprise to meet long-term financial obligations. Here solvency ratio के अंदर आप ये पता कर लेते हो कि आपको कितना नुकसान हो सकता है, कैसे हो सकता है, कब हो सकता है. ये सब आप रेशियो के थ्रू निकाल सकते हो. ये एक तरह का ऐसा टूल है जिसमें ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फोकस करती है कि उसके पास कितना इनकम है और कितना एक्सपेंसेस है, और इस बेस पे वो एनालिसिस कर सकते हैं कि कहाँ पे वो स्टैंड कर रहे हैं. तो हम लोग इसके अंदर 4 कैटेगरीज पढ़ेंगे. डेटर्स टू इक्विटी रेशियो, टोटल असेट्स टू डेट रेशियो, प्रॉपर्टी रेशियो, इंटरेस्ट कवरेज रेशियो. These four tools are being used in solvency ratio. We will have more additional formulas in this. We will solve it according to the requirements. Next point is turnover or active ratio, activity ratio. In this we will have to make sure that how the company is using their resources effectively. We can judge according to the resources which are being available in the organization, how it is used. Here it has been mentioned, this ratio shows how efficiently a company is using its resources. Here we have 4 categories again: inventory turnover ratio, trade receivable turnover ratio, trade payables turnover ratio, working capital turnover ratio. Here also we are having 4 categories. In these 4 categories we have a different formulas also to solve the problems. Fourth point is profitability ratio. It is an instrument which calculates the profit of the organization. In this it has been said that gross profit ratio. Then we can go with the operating ratio, operating profit ratio, net profit ratio, return on investment. This kind of instruments are being tested for a profit ratio, how company is making profit. These instruments are being used. So it has been clearly said that the profit ratios are being used for profit. Just have a look again one by one. It has been said that ratio analysis is the study of relationship amongst the various financial factors in a business. Next point we have seen as type. In type we have 4 categories. One is liquidity, solvency, turnover and profitability. In today's lecture we will go with one particular liquid ratio topic, and then we will do one illustration for easy solution, and then if time permits we will carry forward with one more illustration. So let's begin with the liquid ratio. What is liquid ratio? Liquid ratio is being measured for short-term solvency. It is ratios as short-term solvency. In liquid ratio, we have seen that 2 categories are there. One is current ratio, another is quick liquid or acid test ratio. Today we are going with the current ratio. I will go with the formulas also and then one illustration for you. And then we will solve the problems one by one. If time permits, we will sort out as soon as possible. And it is not possible that all questions can be done by me. Sometimes we will do the best option. We will select the difficult questions for you and solve out on the board. Because difficult questions can be tackled easily, but sometimes the easy questions becomes harder. So I'll start with the easy one, then next 4 or 5 questions from the same current ratio, it will be harder. So make sure that you should be prepared for one easy question and 4 difficult. Let's begin with this. Current ratio, it establishes the relationship between current assets and current liability. It has been very much clearly said that current ratios are being measured with the help of current assets and current liability. As you know that current assets and current liabilities are being taken on same year, or it will be on 1 year. करंट असेट्स या करंट लायबिलिटी आप मेजर करते हो उस पर्टिकुलर ईयर के अंदर ही, उसको कहते हैं करंट असेट्स एंड करंट लायबिलिटी. एग्जांपल अगर मैं आपको दूं, बिल्स रिसीवेबल, बिल्स पेएबल, देन प्रीपेड एंड आउटस्टैंडिंग, स्टॉक, क्रेडिटर्स. क्रेडिटर्स अल्टीमेटली अकाउंट नहीं करते, लेकिन क्रेडिटर्स अगर उस करंट ईयर के अंदर आया या शॉर्ट टर्म लोन्स आए तो उसको हम लोग करंट लायबिलिटीज में काउंट करते हैं. वी विल सी दिस. करंट रेशियो इज बीइंग एक्सप्रेस्ड इन प्योर रेशियो. करंट रेशियो जो है वो एक प्योर रेशियो में मेजर किया जाता है. वेयरएज जब हम लोग इसके आगे बढ़ते हैं तो यहाँ पे करंट रेशियो जो है वो शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए यूज किया जाता है. शॉर्ट टर्म मीन्स विद इन दी 1 ईयर. Now it is about formula for current ratio. What is the formula of current ratio? Current ratio has the formula of current assets upon current liabilities. This is the formula from where we can get pure ratio. Pure ratio in this sense, for example, 2/1, therefore 2:1. This can be a current ratio. These things are important to understand. Just make sure that the formula of current ratio is current assets upon current liability. This is the basic solution for you. Now I'll carry forward with the question of 1 related to current ratio. Now we are going with the question number 1. As we have seen the formula of current ratio. Current ratio formula is current assets upon current liability. Here I am having a certain question. It has been said that from the following information compute the current ratio. We are having a particulars. Here we are having a total assets of 3 lakh rupees. Fixed assets of 1,60,000, then shareholders fund of 2 lakh rupees, non-current liability of 80,000 rupees, non-current assets of 1 lakh rupees. Here, before starting this solution, some things are to be very much clear. Before the solution, you should know that total assets is equal to total liabilities. It should be very much clear because here we don't have a total liabilities, but we are having a total assets. So be careful with this. If total assets is given, then total liability will be same. But if total liability is given and total assets is missing, then the total liability is equal to total assets. Be careful with these terms because the small things, if you miss out, it will be disaster for you. Now, before solving that formula over there, just have to write what is total assets, and in total assets what are the requirements. So let's begin with the total assets. According to the total assets formula, it has been said that fixed assets plus non-current assets plus current assets. This is for calculating exactly current assets, because we don't have current assets, but we do have a non-current assets, total assets and fixed assets. So what we can do calculation for this. The total assets formula can be replaced over here by writing this total assets. We are having 3 lakh rupees. I am writing on the top so you can see it very easily. Total assets we are having 3 lakh rupees, whereas is equal to fixed assets has been said 1,60,000, so I can write 1,60,000 plus here non-current assets is also been given as 1 lakh rupees plus current assets is not given, so we have to write current assets as it is. So calculation can be done as 3 lakh rupees is equal to 2,60,000. We are adding both, so 2,60,000 plus current assets. So for current assets, what we can do, we can replace this word over here. So 3 lakhs minus 2,60,000 is equal to current assets. So we will get 40,000 as current assets. It would be easy, but you should know how to write it. Now this is for total and current assets. Now we are going with the current liability. So as I already in the beginning said that total assets is equal to total liabilities. So total liability can be measured as total liability shareholders fund. Total liability is equal to shareholders fund plus non-current liabilities plus current liabilities. From the question, it has been very much clear that I have already said total liability is equal to total assets. Total liability is not given, but we have taken as assets as liability for 3 lakh. Shareholder fund is also been given over here. You can see that 2 lakh rupees is shareholders fund. So I am writing 2 lakh rupees over here. Then non-current liability is also been given as 80,000 plus 80,000 plus current liability has to be found. Many students has the problem of writing shortcuts. Please do not write shortcuts. Complete the sentence as soon as possible. Improve your handwriting. You should have an ability to write clean and clear. Here, 3 lakh is equal to 2,80,000 plus current liability. So this amount will be transferred over here because it's positive and it will become as a negative. 3 lakh rupees minus 2,80,000 is equal to current liabilities. Here it has been mentioned as 20,000 is your current liabilities. Now we can do direct formula. In this formula it has been mentioned that current ratio is equal to current assets upon current liabilities. As we have found current assets as 40,000, write it over here 40,000, and current liability we have found as 20,000. All zeros will be cancelled, 2 ones are 2 twos are. Therefore, our current ratio will be 2 upon 1. Therefore, the ratio will be 2:1. This is the question which I am talking about, which is easy for you. Just you need to know how the formulas are being applied. As you see that total liability, if you have done the liability part, you will see that on the top it will be shareholders fund, then non-current liability and liability. In assets also, first fixed assets, then non-current assets, and then current assets. All the titles are being framed one by one in chronological order. I have also done the same thing in chronological order and solved this problem. That's it for today. Thank you.